Hi guys, it's Sydney McKenna from Sydney M. Cardoso and welcome back to my channel. But more importantly, welcome back to Sydney Spotlight. This is where I take a little time throughout the week to showcase to you a figure from my dad's collection every single week. You know, with the collection being so large, it's really hard to show those into detail for you, kind of go into a little backstory or the accessories they come with. But I'm gonna take that time to share it with you. I'm super excited to kick off this week's episode, especially during the week of Valentine's Day. I am a hopeless romantic at heart, and I couldn't think of a better character to showcase to you than Star Sapphire. Growing up, I was really fascinated by Star Sapphire, and it's not just for her incredible and captivating beauty, but it's also for her incredible story. And for those of you who don't know, she plays a really key role within the DC universe. I also grew up reading all of the Blackest Night, Black Corpse comics, and this is an incredible series if you have not read it, but it kind of goes into a further storyline of her character. Originally tied to the character of Carol Ferris, she is tied to the emblem of love and passion. And specifically in the comics, her journey explores the fine line between love and obsession, and it makes her a really good heroine. And the most iconic thing about this character is the sapphire ring that she wears, and it doesn't just represent this jewelry or status, it actually harnesses the power of love. The sapphire ring is central to her identity and represents the internal power of love. What's really cool, after reading the comic series of The Blackest Night, my father actually let me pick out which ring that I would be, which lantern that I could see myself in, and of course, I chose the sapphire and lanterns. That's enough of her backstory. Let's take a closer look at the figure. The sculpt, it captures every elegant curve on her body and the cosmic element. And if you look at her costume design, you can see just a little sparkle peeking through, which is nice and a little translucent. I also really like the star emblem on the middle, right under her stomach, and this really brings that outer worldly look. I will say this figure does lack a little bit of articulation, but this, in my opinion, is a little bit more of a figure that sits on your shelf for the look and the detail versus the posability and playability with it. Just one little joint at the knees. I really like how the boots and the heels blend into the costume. She gives that really divine feminine look. It also comes with the sapphire lantern, and I don't know where the handle is, but it's somewhere in the collection. Really cool, and then she's able to hold it. Overall with this figure, I absolutely love it. I'm not looking for a lot of posability or articulation. This is a figure piece you want to put on your shelf, really stand out. Also, female characters need just a little bit more love. Again, I couldn't think of a more fitting figure for the week of Valentine's Day. You know, Star Sapphire, she is so much more than representation of love, but also the complexity of passion. I really liked throughout the comics that the idea of love is so powerful that it could reshape the universe. And looking at this figure brought a lot of childhood memories for me, you know, in my teens, reading these comics with my dad. If you haven't taken the time, I highly recommend reading the Blackest Night series. I've also been considering doing a short YouTube series where I cover different comic series that I'm currently reading or revisiting from the past. But the ideas I have in mind are the Blackest Night and Robots in Disguise. So let me know in the comments what you would think about that. On the topic of love, I adore each and every one of you, and I really appreciate you for joining me for today's video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. But before you go, please let me know in the comments, who is your favorite female superhero? They deserve a little bit more love, and I would love to know what you have to say. But I'll be seeing you in the next video. Bye!